What's going on, you guys? Today we're learning the song Memories by Conan Gray. Now, real quick before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. So now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Our capo is going to be on the 4th fret. We actually start in the pre-chorus of this song, and the pre-chorus starts with a G major chord. To play a G major chord, we're going to place our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Then we're going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A, our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and our pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. So we go from that G to a B minor chord. To play a B minor chord, we're going to place our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D, our pinky finger on the 4th fret of the G, and our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So we're going from the G to a B minor. Then we go to an E minor chord, which is with our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D. After the E minor, we go to a D major chord. To play a D major chord, we're going to place our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E. Okay? So we have this like G to B minor, E minor to D. Got a couple more chords here. We then go to a C major chord. We go to play a C major chord, we're going to put our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and our first finger on the 1st fret of the B string. After the C major, we go to a G major again, which we already learned. Then to an A minor 7. To play an A minor 7, we're going to put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string and our first finger on the 1st fret of the B. Last chord, we have another D major. So, let me reinstate that. G, B minor, E minor, D, C, G, A minor 7, D. It might be advantageous for you to write that down, so I'm going to say that one more time. G, B minor, E minor, D, C, G, A minor 7, D. Now, the strumming pattern for that is going to be a down, 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 down. You have the emphasis on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 1, the 4, and the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So G, B minor, E minor, D, C, G, A minor 7, D. Just play the D once. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I am palm muting, which means I'm taking the side of my palm, placing it down on the strings to give it that chunky sound, and letting go of that on the 1, the 4, and the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like right there. Okay? Then we get into the chorus. The chorus is pretty similar, but it has a slightly different chord progression. We're going from a G to a D instead of B minor, then to an E minor chord, back to the D, a C major, E minor, A minor 7, D major. That's the whole thing. So G, D, E minor, D, C, E minor, A minor 7, D major. The strumming pattern will be a down, down, up, down, up through the entire thing. So we have G, D, E minor, D, C, E minor, A minor 7, D. Do that with me. G, D, E minor, D, C, E minor, A minor 7, and D. You do that twice, and that's the chorus. After the first chorus, you're into a second verse, and then a second chorus, both of which are identical to their previous counterparts, and then we're into the bridge. The bridge starts on a C major chord, which we already learned. You just strum that downwards once. Then we go to a C minor chord. If you remember the B minor chord from earlier, you literally just slide your entire hand up one fret. So your first finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the A string, your third finger on the 5th fret of your D string, your pinky on the 5th fret of your G, and your middle finger on the 4th fret of the B. Okay? So C, C minor, to a G, which we already learned. Then we go to a B major. To play a B major chord, we're going to put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Then we're going to bar across the 4th fret of the D, the G, and the B strings. Like that. So we have C, C minor, G, B major. Then we do the C to C minor again. After that it changes. So do that first, like part A of the bridge with me. Then right here, we get into like the faster bit. So we start on a G major to a D over F sharp. It's like a D major chord like we had earlier, but we wrap our our thumb around over to the 2nd fret of the low E string to get that F sharp note. So we'll have a G, D over F sharp, then we go to an E minor chord, to a D. Okay, so far we have this. Do that with me. Then we go to a B7 chord. To play a B7, we're going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the high E. Okay, so we have G, D over F sharp, E minor, D, B7, and you stay there for a second. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Then you go to the C major chord, and the C major chord's strumming pattern changes slightly. The C major chord strumming pattern will be a down, up, down, 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 up. So in context, we have this. G, D over F sharp, E minor, D, B7, C major. Down, up, down, 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 up for that C, okay? Then we go back to the G, D over F sharp, E minor, D, B7, C. So that's like chord progression happens twice. Do that twice with me. G, D over F sharp, E minor, D, B7, C major. G, D over F sharp, E minor, D, B7, C major. Then here we have like a little tag where we go from the B major, and the B major then goes to a C major. So just build up on those two chords. And that is how you play Memories. If you have a song request, comment it or DM me. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit that bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.